Oh, that is a serrano pepper.
And it's the seeds, right? That's going to make it extra hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. You got to give it some time.
You want to give it a little second. Although that, I did not need a second. The season of the Seahawks rolls on as we bring Seahawks into the kitchen for I Cook, You Measure. I'm Jen Mueller, your host. Our guest measurer today, well, he has been a key piece of the Seahawks secondary this year. We'll get into that in just a minute. He is also a Montana State Bobcat, I believe the first Big Sky standout we have had on the show. Welcome in, Ty Okada.
Really appreciate you having me on. Go Cats, I appreciate that shout out. That's awesome. Just excited to be here and get to cooking.
Well, right up until you figure out what it is that we are cooking. And I never asked. Ty is very excited to be here. We were talking about this. It has taken weeks to get the schedule to line up. Do you actually have experience cooking?
Gosh, I wish I could say yes, but I do not. And I'm not going to even try to lie to you.
Okay, so you don't cook.
No cooking.
What's the, do you make anything?
Yep, I make one meal and it's gluten-free spaghetti. That's my go-to.
Okay.
I can make a mean gluten-free spaghetti,
Okay.
but that's the extent of my cooking ability.
Okay, so when it comes to dicing onions, garlic, is that in the repertoire?
No, but I'm willing to learn,
Okay.
so this will be good.
Yeah, all right, so we are gonna learn that today. I tell you what I'm gonna need before we start this show is a little bit of wine. Ty's watched it plenty of times, so have you. You know exactly what's gonna happen. Ty, I'm gonna have you open some wine for us here. We'll see if you have experience with this.
A little bit. I haven't perfected the technique.
Well, you're already winning
There we go.
in knowing how to use the wine key and the corkscrew.
Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere.
There you go.
Did that look easy? Did I make that look easy?
Yes.
It didn't.
Yes,
didn't feel that
it's
way.
exactly the way it's supposed to look. Here's what we are drinking today. We are drinking a Grenache Blanc because what we are making today is Shrimp Diablo.
Beautiful. I'm excited.
Okay. It's like I've never had wine before. What just happened?
Cheers.
All right, cheers. That'll work.
That's nice.
That will work. Now that we are fortified with wine.
Am I just getting after it all by myself here?
I mean, I'm happy to offer you suggestions.
I think I have an idea here.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, you do what you feel comfortable with,
This
and
is
I
perfect.
will jump in at any point in time.
Okay, so I'm kind of liking this technique so far here. I don't know.
I feel,
Care to weigh in on this?
I feel like you're doing a great job. Where did you learn that technique?
I think just watching my mom a few times. I think that's my brother loves to cook too. So when I'm in town and we're together, see, I got the
You got
pinch
the
my
perfect.
fingers down so I'm not
Yep.
getting too close there.
Yep. And I'm actually going to do this to make this a little easier. And I'm happy to take over whenever you want. Your brother is older or younger?
One older brother. He is a pilot for United, and he's actually moving out to Denver where I spend my off season. So I'm excited to get some more quality time with him. That'll be sweet. Shout out to MJ, my older brother.
And what was the thing that your mom made growing up that you still request when you go home?
Oh gosh, she made the best, like these gluten-free chicken nuggets with this spicy honey sauce. Incredible. She made a few things. Being from Minnesota, a very popular dish was tater tot hot dish.
Right.
But that was like, my dad requested that every other day. And so I've had that far too many times in my life to get back and request that.
Oh, I guess tater tots are gluten-free. We should actually back up. It's not that it's gluten-free. It's not just a gluten allergy. This is a pretty serious allergy.
Celiac disease, yep.
At what point did you realize that that's what you were dealing with?
Gosh, so I started to get sick when I was about 9 years old. And for 2 years, I didn't gain any weight, kind of had some, like, my nails were peeling off. Every sign of basically malnourishment. And we were going from hospital to hospital, getting blood work done. Couldn't figure out, because this was starting in 2009. And so this is well before it was popular to know, like, you know, now it's one of the first things you test for. And it's a super common autoimmune, but at the time it wasn't well known. And so my mom was actually the one who diagnosed me, honestly. I like fully believe that. We went to all these different hospitals, got all this different blood work done. Nobody was coming up with anything, and she just did her own research. And the last time we went in, it was like the 8th time over 2 years that we went in. She requested that they test me for it, and it turned out that's what I had.
Wow.
Yeah, no, so moms know. Moms know.
It certainly sounds like that. Are you ready to be done with that?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to mess with just the last little
That's okay.
section.
Can you do the other half?
Yes.
And then
Is this looking pretty decent so far?
Excellent. I shouldn't be surprised. Technique is kind of one of your strong suits on the field.
Appreciate that, yeah.
When the 2025 season started and you're in training camp, what do you anticipate your role to be?
Honestly, and this is, I continue to view it the same way, is just being a force multiplier, like stepping in wherever I can, whether it was, and at the time, you know, it was still very much so battling for a spot on the active roster and just hoping that I could help the team out in any way that I could, whether it was on special teams, whether it was on defense, giving, you know, great looks at practice at the same time. So, you know, that was kind of always the goal and remains the goal, is just, you know, help the team out in any way that I could.
And I have to think, and I know that there is one thing between working in the dark and believing in yourself, but also not really knowing if that's ever going to pay off. That's still hard to give great looks in practice if you don't know that it actually leads to anything.
Absolutely. No, and I think you hit it right on you hit the nail on the head with that, because it's like you're putting in all this work, not knowing what the outcome's going to be. But at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. You got to work while you wait. And I just feel very blessed and fortunate that my number has been called, and I've been able to capitalize on it because of that work that was put in when I didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
And now they call you AI bot? Right? Did I hear Mike say that right?
That's correct. The DBs have a few different nicknames for me. They call me AI Meta Siri. It's
At what point did this become your nickname?
I would say, and I've gotten a few different nicknames from the DBs, but I would say that this one came up kind of halfway through the season, just because of the way I communicate, and I try to stay ahead of plays, and also just them kind of razzing me a little bit, which is fun. The DB room is an absolute blast to be a part of.
Would you hand me the olive oil, please?
Yes.
We're gonna put just a splash. I'm gonna have you put the onions in there. Then we're gonna work on a little bit of garlic.
Perfect. Got to stick with the technique here.
Yep.
Keep it professional. That'll do.
Okay. So that'll do that. I will monitor this. If you would work on like 4 garlic cloves, and kind of the same thing. You don't have to make it super small because we're gonna end up using a food processor, but we do want to get that a little bit smaller so that we can saute it and soften it. So how do you convince somebody when you know you're gonna be recruited playing defense? You have 0 defensive tape, by the way, because you've been a quarterback. How do you convince somebody, you know what, I'd be great in your secondary?
Gosh, that's where I'm very fortunate. That's where my wrestling background came into play. That was my big selling point to coaches.
What? Wait. At what level did you wrestle? High school?
All the way through high school, yep. I was an all-state wrestler in the state of Minnesota, it's a big wrestling state. Just wrestling teaches you so much about leverage and body control that I was never gonna fear like anybody bigger than me or anything like that. So it was just that selling point of it, and just the mentality of it was kind of my main selling point.
Well, it worked. We're gonna pick up the conversation. We'll pick up this dish in just a sec.
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on us to choose fresh produce, guaranteed. Even if you can't count on Mom to eat her veggies.
I Cook, You Measure is proud to support Game On, so every kid can play.
Family, 1, 2, 3,
family. Good break.
Welcome back to I Cook, You Measure. Ty Okada was just explaining how he went from being an offensive standout in high school to becoming a defensive standout with the Seahawks. We're going to pick that conversation up in just a second, but we've got to continue the process right here. So far, it is onions and garlic that is being sauteed on the stovetop. We are going to put this in the food processor in just a second. If you, though, Ty, the last thing that you really need to chop is a few chipotle peppers. Now, when you are making Shrimp Diablo, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. And you can take dried chilies and reconstitute them, which means like you put them in water and you take them from being dry to being like chili peppers again, right?
Yeah.
This is the easiest way to make it. You can have dinner on the table in less than 20 minutes when you use chipotle peppers from in the can and our fire roasted tomatoes that we are going to throw in the food processor.
That's what I like to hear. That's good.
So this is, I feel like after a busy day at work or after a busy season, this is actually something that you could make for your lovely fiancée, Anna.
Beautiful. I'm
I
glad
bet,
we're
yeah.
getting some practice in right now. This is awesome.
And here's the thing, she's actually sitting right over here, so she knows that he is now capable of doing this, which is I just really put you on the spot right there.
I'm sure she really appreciates you for that. That's great.
As long as she's okay with spice.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna take this out for you because these are spicy and we do want some of the sauce, but without touching your hand to this.
Okay.
I just want you to give that a little bit of a chop.
Okay.
Food processor is going to take care of most of it.
Perfect.
But just give that a little bit of a chop. There you go. Now, we were talking ahead of time, your ability to handle spice, like on a scale of 1 to 10. And it's okay if it's closer to a 1, but we need to be a little accurate right here.
As accurate as I can possibly be, I'm going to go with around a 4 to a 6 range.
Okay.
It's around that 6 range. That's perfectly fine, I think.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have you do. Yep, try that. How do you feel like that is for heat?
I like that. That's good.
That's enough.
Well, I don't know that I gave it enough time.
Well, just let it sit.
I got
there
ahead of
for a second.
myself. No, that's doable.
perfect?
It went from fine to doable for sure. That's good.
Okay, because, and kids, remember, you can add spice, you can't take spice out. There is actually a serrano pepper sitting right over there. And if Ty said, no, I want to jack up the heat a little bit more, we would add the serrano pepper. I feel like what I'm hearing Ty say is, please don't do that.
Well, now you're testing me though,
I'm not,
and now
no,
I'm like,
no, because here's the thing. Nope, and this is a real thing. You want to be able to enjoy your food, right?
Fair,
It is not a
fair.
competition. That is a different TV show altogether, right? And if you can no longer taste your food, what is the point?
That's a fair point.
And actually, I agree with you. I feel like this spice is perfect.
No, that's solid.
Great. So I'm gonna have you open these 2 cans of roasted diced tomatoes. Add those to the food processor.
Perfect. Just put them on in.
Yep. Now, I'm gonna do this. If you would get ready to add 1 teaspoon of brown sugar and about half of that cilantro over there. Perfect. A little bit of sweetness just kind of balances out all those flavors, and the cilantro gives it that freshness. Perfect. So we're just gonna kind of lightly hold a hand there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have you pulse that.
There we go.
And then when you're ready to give it a full whirl, you can hold it down. Because ultimately, we're gonna let it, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Perfect.
There we go.
I'm gonna move that back into the pan in just a second, but let's finish the story of you convinced the college recruiters,
Yeah.
I can be a defensive player because of your wrestling background. And then what did you have to do to get a legit look?
A rival high school coach of mine actually helped reach out on my behalf because he had some good connections at Montana State. And I was having difficulty kind of getting in touch with some of the coaches. I wanted to play at that level. I had some smaller D2 offers in my home, like around my hometown of Minnesota. And so he got in touch with them on my behalf, which I think kind of said a lot. You know, I grew up in Woodbury. There's 2 public schools, Eastridge and Woodbury High School. I went to Eastridge. He was the head coach of Woodbury High School. He reached out on my behalf, sent my film. And from there, A, I think that said a lot to the Montana State coaches. And B, they liked my film enough that, funny enough, the 3rd play in my huddle highlight film in high school is of me actually throwing an interception. I cut it off, me actually throwing the interception, but I chase the guy down and I knock him out cold with like a really good hit. And so I'm like, this is another like selling point. Like, hey, I can, you know, again, I don't have any fear to go hit people. I can fit in any defensive scheme, just give me the chance. And from there, they came out and gave me the opportunity to walk on at Montana State.
We're gonna get this in the pan along with some shrimp when we come back.
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on delivery in as soon as 30 minutes. Even if you can't count on your guest list staying small.
So what I'm gonna do is add these shrimp to the pan. We're gonna get these going and then we are gonna add our Diablo sauce on top and let them finish. Now shrimp cook pretty fast. It is one of the reasons I love having this as my protein for dinner. And it's always on my grocery shopping list. I have a grocery shopping list for you to contemplate. It is Virtual Master Chef. You've watched the show, you know how this goes. I'm gonna give you 5 ingredients. You tell me what you would make with this. I usually have a plan in mind. I don't know that I had a real good plan in mind for this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Chicken, mushrooms, cauliflower, Swiss cheese, olives.
Okay, again, I'm just gonna take the easy route. Being from Minnesota, we're gonna toss it all into a crock pot. All of it. Heat it up, let it sit there. We'll come back in a few hours and we'll see what we have.
That is very Midwest cooking. I know that you said gluten-free spaghetti is your go-to, but what is the biggest mess you've ever made in the kitchen?
Oh my goodness. Not necessarily a mess, but I don't know if you could tell, I actually had a little bit of fear with those self-opening cans. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but I've got this scar right here is from when I was, we'll see if we can get that on there. It's, I have 8 stitches in there from a self-opening can when I was real young with SpaghettiOs. It did not go well. And so I would say that was the biggest mess because there was a lot of blood.
Okay, that is not the direction I thought we were gonna go with that question. Also, I did not mean to drag up so much trauma. Was your mom home at the time?
I don't really remember. I know my brother was, and he was freaking out.
You're just like, Mom?
I think she
Dad?
was, because I think what happened was I ran upstairs, we got a towel to kind of wrap around it, went into the ER, got it stitched up, it was no problem. But that is definitely the biggest mess I've ever made in the kitchen, for sure.
We're gonna save that for when we're not just getting ready to eat. That'll be a story for a different time.
There we go.
What is the coldest game you have ever played in?
Oh my goodness, this one is easy. My senior year at Montana State, we played in the semifinals against South Dakota State in Brookings, South Dakota. I want to say the normal temperature without wind chill was -6, and with wind chill was around -22 degrees. And it was incredibly cold. Still didn't wear sleeves though. Still no sleeves.
I was just about to ask. So
Too much pride. Too much pride.
But why? What do you have to prove in that moment?
Also though, I don't know how much the sleeves really do for you
helped.
at that point. Yeah, we had, they had basically these little heat chambers on the sidelines, which was nice because that ended up blocking some of the wind. But yeah, no, just.
When you watch this 2025 Seahawks defense and you were telling somebody like who to watch or what to watch, where would you tell somebody to train their eyes for this 2025 team?
Oh my gosh. I would say just follow the ball for defense, because like the way we swarm as an entire group, all 11 guys are getting to it. So if you just, I know that sounds like, of course we're gonna follow the ball, but I'm just saying, when the whistle's blown at the end of the play, track how many Seahawks jerseys you see around the ball. And that's what I love about playing on this defense, is everybody's just competing, clawing and scratching to get to the ball.
We are ready to eat. This came together really fast. We'll do that when we come back.
Hey there, it's me. Food. Whenever you need me, I'm ready for you. Especially when you're busy. And you're always busy. But no matter what, we find time for this. So go ahead and enjoy the moment. Because there's plenty to go around. Keep it easy, my friends. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Safeway.
Looking for dinner inspiration? Discover quick, delicious recipes in the Meals Hub, only on the Safeway For You app. From easy weeknight meals to on-the-go recipes, your next favorite dish is just a tap away. And with flash delivery, you can get the ingredients at your door in as little as 30 minutes. Dinner solved.
This smells so good.
Smells incredible. I'm just chomping at the bit.
It smells so good. And I always tend to lean towards Mexican food. Like, I grew up in Texas. Tex-Mex is kind of the thing. To me, that's comfort food. I totally forgot you are fluent in Spanish.
Yep, went to a Nuevas Fronteras, a Spanish immersion school in Woodbury. It's awesome.
That is not what I was expecting, quite honestly, from Minnesota. In what ways has that been helpful for you in your career, in your life, connecting with people?
It's been awesome just being able to talk with anyone in Spanish that maybe, either knows Spanish. It's an awesome opportunity to practice, but also there's been a few times, my brother's a pilot, we kind of hit on that. There's been a few times where people have come up to get help from him going through an airport, and what he'll do is he'll call me and have me translate. So just to be able to help in that area has been really cool. My aunt, who's a nurse, that's popped up a few times before too, where if they can't get a hold of their translator and they're kind of in a quick situation, she's given me a call before, and so it's been awesome to have that opportunity, and it's just a nice skill to have.
You know what's nice is that you actually pick up the phone when people are calling you. I mean, like and also AI bot.
AI, Meta,
This is Meta.
Siri.
This is that in real life. Okay, should we try this?
Yes.
Okay. I usually keep my wine pretty close by on this one because I don't know what's going to happen after this. All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
That's fantastic.
Let that heat kick in.
I feel like it's a great balance though.
I do think all of that balanced out after it cooked down. And you could easily serve this over a bowl, over cauliflower rice, as tostadas. You could do it as an appetizer. You could do it as dinner. I like the versatility of that.
I was gonna say, you gotta love a versatile dish for sure. It's awesome.
You gotta love a versatile DB that's right here. And the wine, I think that does.
It's the perfect touch.
pairing. I do think that that's the perfect pairing. And I really hate that the episode is coming to an end because I always love being able to laugh and to share and connect in the kitchen over food, but it is not possible for everybody in our community, which is why for every episode of I Cook You Measure, a donation is made to nonprofits working to end food insecurity in our community. To date, more than $30,000 has been donated, and that is due to your support and continued viewership. So thank you so much for watching. And thank you, Ty, for being our guest measurer today. Awesome dish, awesome season. Let's keep it rolling.
No doubt. Appreciate you having me on. Yeah.
Is it hot?
Oh, yeah. Come try one.
It's a real big selling point.
I Cook You Measure is presented by Safeway, who welcomes everyone at the table through the Nourishing Neighbors program. You can donate in stores or by visiting nourishingneighbors.com.